Welcome to Elderly Pathways, your go-to place for timeless fashion tips for women over 60. Have you ever felt like your wardrobe no longer reflects your style or body? Join us as we explore prints and trends that will help you feel confident and elegant, no matter your age. From polka dots to stripes to abstract patterns, Elderly Pathways will guide you in finding the perfect outfits that highlight your natural beauty and personal style. Hit subscribe now and stay tuned for tips that will elevate your fashion game. Did you know that a large percentage of women over 60 feel disconnected from their wardrobe? After years of styling mature women, I've noticed a consistent pattern where certain prints and styles no longer seem to suit them as they age. The transformation in how we perceive ourselves in our clothing can be significant, and sometimes the wrong print choice can have the opposite effect of what we intend. Instead of highlighting our best features, certain prints can make us feel invisible, or even worse, out of sync with who we truly are. A client of mine, Barbara, 65 years old from Boston, recently brought in a closet full of clothes, all of which she once loved. However, after trying them on, she confided in me that nothing seemed to make her feel like herself anymore. This happens more often than you'd think. Women of a certain age often face a dilemma: how to continue embracing their personal style without feeling like their clothes are wearing them. Clothes should not make us feel diminished or hidden. They should amplify our confidence and reflect our inner vitality. The good news is, style doesn't have to fade with age. In fact, our clothing choices can evolve in ways that enhance our appearance while making us feel more vibrant than ever before. There are certain prints that, while trendy or popular at one time, may not be as flattering as we age. They might make us feel older or draw attention to areas we might prefer to downplay. But it's not about abandoning prints entirely. The goal is to find alternatives that celebrate who we are today. The first print I want to discuss is a surprisingly common one: thin horizontal stripes. Now, I know many of us have fond memories of these classic nautical styles, often seen on casual tops or sweaters. They're fun, fresh, and youthful in their own way. But for women over 60, especially those with changing body proportions, these thin, closely spaced stripes can be tricky. They often create a visual effect that flattens our natural curves and draws attention to areas we might not want to highlight. The sharp contrast between the stripes can sometimes even create a dizzying effect, which isn't just unflattering, but uncomfortable to look at for both the wearer and those around them. However, here's the good news. You don't have to abandon stripes altogether. It's all about choosing the right kind of stripes. Instead of opting for those tightly spaced, thin stripes, go for a wider, more spaced out version. This simple adjustment can make all the difference in how a piece looks on you. For example, I worked with Margaret, a 68-year-old grandmother from Denver, who loved her striped shirts. She'd always adored the nautical style, but began to feel like the stripes weren't working for her anymore. After we found a beautiful navy and cream-striped boat-neck top, the difference was immediately noticeable. The wider stripes not only helped elongate her frame, but they also added a touch of sophistication without making her feel like she was trying to wear something meant for a much younger person. One of the best things about switching to wider stripes is that it opens up a variety of styling options. Pairing a striped top with solid colored pants or skirts is an easy way to create a polished look. Navy stripes, for example, work beautifully with khaki or beige pants. You can also add a simple blazer or cardigan to complete the look, perfect for anything from a casual lunch with friends to a day out with family. But if you want to add some extra flair, try angled or diagonal stripes, which can actually help elongate your body and create a more slimming effect. Remember, the goal isn't to hide your body or blend into the background, but to highlight your natural elegance. When choosing prints, think about the balance between comfort and confidence, and always opt for the ones that make you feel like the best version of yourself. There's no need to follow trends blindly. Instead, focus on what truly works for your unique body and personality. I'd love to hear your experiences with stripes. Do you find that some types of stripes work better than others as you age? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's start a conversation about the prints that help us shine at any age. Now let's talk about another print that many women over 60 tend to gravitate toward: tropical prints. At first glance, these vibrant and colorful patterns can seem like the perfect choice for adding a bit of fun and excitement to your wardrobe. However, when these prints become too overwhelming, they can detract from your natural elegance and make you feel more like you're wearing a costume than an outfit that truly expresses your style. I remember a consultation with Susan, a vibrant 72-year-old woman from Florida who came in wearing what she called her vacation uniform. She had on a loose-fitting tunic covered in bright tropical patterns, palm trees, exotic flowers, and colorful birds all competing for attention. While she thought it made her look fun and energetic, her granddaughter told her it looked like too much. That's a problem many of us face: how to wear bold prints without feeling like we've overdone it. The issue with busy tropical prints is not just about the amount of color or elements involved, but how these prints can completely overshadow your presence. Large palm leaves, hibiscus flowers, and other tropical elements in bold colors can sometimes take over your outfit, leaving little room for your personal radiance to shine through. As we age, our style tends to evolve towards something more refined and sophisticated, and these overwhelming prints can make us feel like we've lost control of our image. But the good news is, you don't have to give up on tropical prints altogether. The key is to simplify. Instead of a shirt or dress that feels like an entire Hawaiian luau, opt for patterns that focus on just one or two elements. For instance, a white blouse featuring navy palm leaves or a dress with soft, scattered orchids in shades of blue and green can provide the tropical vibe you love without overwhelming your elegance. It's about finding balance. One of the best ways to wear tropical prints after 60 is to let the print be just one part of your outfit. A tropical print blouse can be paired beautifully with solid colored pants or skirts in neutral shades like beige, white, or navy. Adding accessories that complement the colors in the print, like a straw bag or bamboo bangles, can elevate the look without going overboard. The goal is to maintain the tropical vibe, but in a way that feels chic and put together rather than chaotic. I worked with Susan to help her find a more balanced tropical look. We chose an elegant shift dress that featured a pattern of soft, sage green palm leaves set against a white background. This new dress gave her that tropical feeling she was looking for while allowing her natural grace to shine through. She was thrilled with the transformation and shared that her grandchildren now complimented her style instead of being concerned about her outfit. That's the power of choosing the right print. Remember, it's not about avoiding tropical prints entirely. It's about learning how to wear them in a way that enhances your natural beauty and doesn't overwhelm your presence. Simplify the pattern, stick to a neutral background, and focus on one or two elements. With these tips, you can enjoy the fun and energy of tropical prints while still looking sophisticated and age-appropriate. Have you ever worn a tropical print that made you feel too loud or overwhelmed by the design? Share your experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you handle prints like these and find ways to make them work for you. Let's now address another classic print that has been a staple in many women's wardrobes for decades: polka dots. For some, polka dots evoke nostalgia, reminding them of elegant, timeless pieces worn in their youth. However, when these dots are too small and tightly packed together, they can have the opposite effect, creating visual chaos instead of a refined, elegant look. I remember a consultation with Patricia, a retired teacher from Chicago, who brought in a beloved polka dot dress she had worn to numerous school events. She shared with me that she had always loved the look of polka dots, but as she tried it on again, she said, "Now when I wear this dress with its tiny dots, I feel like I'm wearing my old classroom curtains." Patricia's story is one many women can relate to. Polka dots are often associated with femininity and charm, but when the dots are too small, they can become overwhelming and visually cluttered. Tiny, densely packed polka dots might seem subtle at first, but they tend to create a dizzying effect. When you're looking at them from a distance, it can be hard to distinguish the pattern, and they can actually make you appear smaller or more faded in the outfit. Rather than enhancing your natural beauty, These tiny dots can drown your presence, making it difficult for people to focus on what matters most: your personality, confidence, and elegance. But don't worry, I'm not asking you to give up polka dots entirely. The key is to adjust the size of the dots and the space between them. Larger dots, spaced apart more generously, can have a much more flattering effect. In Patricia's case, we found a beautiful navy dress with medium-sized white dots spaced comfortably apart, and the transformation was remarkable. She looked sophisticated yet playful, and the dress now exuded the timeless charm she had always loved. "I can actually see the dots without my glasses," she beamed. One of my favorite styling tips for wearing polka dots as you age is to look for patterns where the dots are about the size of a nickel or quarter. This size strikes the perfect balance between fun and sophistication. These larger dots can create a modern, youthful vibe without overwhelming your appearance. A black and white polka dot blouse, for example, looks stunning when paired with crisp white pants or a classic black skirt. The simplicity of the monochrome color scheme allows the dots to stand out without overwhelming your look. For an added touch of elegance, try layering a solid colored cardigan or blazer over your polka dot piece. This will frame the pattern beautifully, giving the outfit a more polished, structured feel. Patricia now wears her new polka dot dress with a cream cardigan for family gatherings, and she says she's never felt more elegantly put together. The key takeaway here is that polka dots, when worn correctly, can still be a delightful and charming print. It's about finding the right size and spacing of the dots, allowing the pattern to enhance your presence rather than compete with it. A pattern that you once loved in your younger years can be reinvented to work beautifully with your more refined style today. Have you ever worn polka dots and felt like they just didn't flatter you as much as they used to? What size or spacing of dots do you find works best for you? I'd love to hear your experiences in the comments below. Let's continue this conversation and help each other rediscover the joy of wearing polka dots in a way that enhances our natural elegance. Now let's dive into another print that has been a go-to for many women over the years: animal prints. Leopard, zebra, and tiger prints have long been associated with boldness and wild elegance. But as we age, these prints can sometimes feel overwhelming rather than empowering. I had a client named Grace, a spirited 75-year-old from Atlanta, who loved her leopard print dress, a piece she had worn to many special occasions. When she brought it in, she shared that her daughter thought it was a bit too bold now. Grace didn't want to give up her beloved spots, but she wasn't sure how to wear animal print without it taking over her style. The challenge with animal prints, especially the bright neon versions, is that they can easily overwhelm your natural grace. The sharp, contrasting colors and oversized patterns, often seen in leopard or zebra prints, can feel like they're wearing you, not the other way around. These prints, while timeless in their own right, can become too much when they dominate your outfit, overshadowing your natural elegance and making it harder for others to focus on your personality and presence. But here's the good news. Animal prints can still work beautifully as we age, but the key is in moderation and subtlety. Instead of wearing head-to-toe bold animal prints, try incorporating them into accessories or using smaller amounts of the pattern to accentuate your look rather than dominate it. For example, Grace and I decided to tone down her beloved leopard print by choosing a silk scarf with a subtle leopard design in soft browns and beiges. It allowed her to enjoy the print she loved without it overpowering her natural elegance. Another great way to incorporate animal prints is through accessories. A leopard print belt or a zebra print blouse can add that wild touch without consuming the entire outfit. Pairing these accessories with solid colored pieces, like a simple black dress or a neutral tone top, can create the perfect balance between sophistication and boldness. Soft, muted animal prints in natural tones, such as browns, beiges, or warm blacks, are much more flattering and easier to integrate into your wardrobe than the brighter synthetic versions. Grace now embraces her refined, wild side with pieces like a cheetah print cardigan in subtle browns, which she wears over simple outfits. It adds just the right amount of sass without being too loud. She tells me it's the perfect way to bring life to her basic black dresses, adding personality while still looking sophisticated. This is how you can use animal prints to enhance your style without losing your elegance. When you wear animal prints, it's not about age, it's about finding the right balance. A little bit of leopard, zebra, or cheetah can make an outfit stand out, but it's important to avoid overwhelming your look. Choose prints that speak to your inner confidence and let them complement your style rather than compete with it. Have you ever found yourself drawn to animal prints but felt they were a bit too much? What's your favorite way to incorporate this bold pattern into your wardrobe? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you've used animal prints in a way that's both adventurous and sophisticated. Now let's talk about small, busy patterns, something that many women over 60 mistakenly think is more age-appropriate. I recently worked with John, a 73-year-old woman from Seattle, who brought in several floral print dresses that she had collected over the years. "I thought smaller prints would be more suitable for me," she said, holding up a dress covered in tiny flowers. "But when I wear them now, I feel like I'm fading into the wallpaper." This story is one I hear often, the belief that smaller patterns are more modest or flattering as we age, only to realize they don't actually serve us the way we hoped. Small, densely packed prints, whether floral, geometric, or abstract, can often create a visual noise that does nothing to highlight your best features. These tiny details can blend into each other, making it difficult to appreciate the overall design from a distance. It's like trying to read fine print without your glasses. Everything becomes blurry and hard to discern. As we age, our eyesight changes, and these busy patterns can actually be visually tiring, both for us and for those around us. The key here is to choose patterns where the design elements have room to breathe. Medium-sized prints with a clear, defined shape and space between the elements create a more vibrant and polished look. Jean, for example, was delighted when we found a dress with medium-sized blooms spaced apart on a light background. The pattern was still floral, but it wasn't overwhelming. "I feel like I've stepped out of the shadows and into the light," she said with a smile. The difference was striking, and Jean was thrilled with her newfound confidence. One of my favorite tips for wearing prints as we age is to look for patterns where you can clearly distinguish each element without squinting. Medium-sized florals, spaced geometric shapes, or even abstract prints with a bit more structure are perfect. These patterns don't compete for attention. They allow your natural beauty and confidence to shine through. If you need to squint to see the pattern clearly, it's probably too small or too busy. Jean now follows what she calls her clarity rule when shopping for prints. She chooses designs where each element is about the size of a quarter, with space around them for clarity. One of her favorite pieces now is a blouse with scattered geometric shapes, which she pairs with solid colored pants. "People actually notice me now, not just my clothes," she says with pride. And that's the goal, to wear prints that enhance rather than detract from your natural presence. Remember, the aim isn't to fade into the background with tiny crowded patterns. It's about choosing prints that complement your natural elegance and allow your personality to shine. A well-chosen print can help you stand out in the best way possible, creating a look that feels both stylish and authentic. When you find the right balance, the print will wear you, rather than the other way around. Have you ever felt like small, busy prints made you disappear into your outfit? What are your favorite patterns that make you feel confident and vibrant? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue to help each other discover the prints that enhance our natural beauty. Now, let's discuss another print that often divides opinion: high contrast prints. Many women love the energy that comes with bold, contrasting colors. But as we age, high contrast prints can sometimes feel a bit too harsh. I had a client, Martha, a dynamic 71-year-old woman from Dallas, who brought in her favorite happy dress, which featured a print mixing bright red, electric blue, and neon yellow. "I love bright colors," and she told me, "but my friend says it's too jarring. Am I too old for such bold colors?" Martha's question is one that resonates with many women. Bright, high-contrast prints, such as sharp black paired with neon pink, or electric blue with bright orange, can certainly catch the eye. However, as we get older, our skin tone naturally softens, and these stark, jarring combinations can draw attention to areas we'd rather not highlight. They can also create an overwhelming visual effect that detracts from your natural radiance, overshadowing the face and personality that should take center stage. The key to wearing high-contrast prints as we age is finding a balance. Instead of relying on clashing colors, opt for prints where the colors harmonize more gently. For example, deep teal paired with soft coral or navy mixed with warm burgundy can create a vibrant yet sophisticated effect. These combinations add interest without being too loud or overwhelming. Martha and I worked together to find a more flattering alternative to her bright, high-contrast dress. We chose a beautiful dress with a print that blended deep teal with soft coral, which complemented her skin tone and brought out her eyes. She loved the result and said, "This feels vibrant, but it's also sophisticated. It's like I've upgraded from shouting to singing." She now feels much more comfortable in colorful prints that are more harmonious with her natural appearance. Another great styling tip for wearing high-contrast prints is to make sure that the overall look is balanced. Instead of pairing a high-contrast print with equally bold accessories, try using neutral-colored accessories or solid pieces that complement the print. For example, a deep blue and coral dress can be paired with simple silver jewelry and nude shoes. This way, the print still makes an impact, but it doesn't dominate the look. Remember, the goal is not to shy away from color or prints altogether, but to embrace them in a way that enhances your natural elegance. A well-chosen high-contrast print can still make you feel confident and radiant without overwhelming your overall look. It's about finding the right color combinations that work for your complexion and personal style. How do you feel about high-contrast prints? Have you found color combinations that make you feel especially vibrant or sophisticated? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you've embraced color in your wardrobe in a way that works for you. Finally, let's address the print that can often be the most challenging for women over 60, abstract prints. These types of patterns are often intended to be artistic and unique, yet when they are too chaotic or busy, they can feel more like a cluttered canvas than a flattering outfit. I had a client, Eleanor, a 68-year-old retired art teacher from Boston, who came to me wearing what she described as her museum-inspired blouse. It was an abstract print with swirls, splashes of colors, and random shapes. She told me, "I want to stay artistic, but lately I feel like I'm wearing a Jackson Pollock painting that's fighting with my natural elegance." This feeling is one that many women experience when they try to wear highly chaotic abstract prints. While these patterns can be exciting and creative, when they're too random and unstructured, they tend to overshadow the wearer's natural beauty and grace. It's like trying to admire a single painting in a gallery while being overwhelmed by the sheer number of pieces on the wall. The result is often visual confusion rather than the artistic sophistication that we desire. The key to wearing abstract prints after 60 is choosing patterns that have structure and organization. Instead of random splashes of color or chaotic lines, look for abstract designs with a clear sense of flow or geometric shapes. This can create an artistic look that feels more intentional and polished. For example, Eleanor and I found her a beautiful silk blouse with a structured abstract pattern featuring coordinated blues and grays. It wasn't a chaotic mix of colors and shapes. It had a sense of balance and sophistication that made Eleanor feel more graceful and confident. "Now this feels like sophisticated art," she said with a smile, "not a finger painting session." When styling abstract prints, it's important to focus on simplicity and subtlety. Choose patterns that are organized with flowing curves or structured geometric designs. Avoid overly busy and jarring combinations of colors as they can create visual fatigue and take away from your natural elegance. A blouse with a coordinated abstract pattern can be paired beautifully with solid colored basics, such as a black skirt or white pants. This allows the print to stand out without becoming the focal point of your entire outfit. Eleanor now embraces her art gallery collection of abstract pieces, which she pairs with simple, solid-colored garments to create a more sophisticated and balanced look. She loves her new tunic, which has an abstract design in soft colors reminiscent of Mondrian style, but with a more flattering and coordinated color palette. It's a perfect blend of her artistic flair and refined elegance. Remember, expressing your love for art through fashion doesn't mean wearing chaotic or overwhelming patterns. It's about choosing abstract prints that highlight your natural grace while allowing your personality to shine through. As Eleanor says, "Now my clothes are like well-curated art pieces, not storage room sketches." How do you feel about abstract prints? Have you found ways to incorporate them into your wardrobe in a way that enhances your natural elegance? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's help each other discover how to express our artistic side without losing the sophistication that makes us shine. As we explore the world of prints, there's one more category that's often misunderstood: the bold floral prints. Many women over 60 associate floral patterns with youth and vitality, and while they can certainly bring a sense of freshness to an outfit, when not styled correctly, they can sometimes feel too busy or overpowering. I remember a consultation with Linda, a 70-year-old woman from California, who came to me with a closet full of floral dresses. "I've always loved floral prints," she told me, "but recently, they just seem to make me look like I'm trying too hard to be young." Linda's experience is not unique. Bold, large floral patterns can be a tricky print to wear, especially when the colors and shapes are too bright or chaotic. When these flowers are large and bold, they can dominate an outfit and draw too much attention, sometimes making the person wearing them feel overwhelmed. As we age, our style tends to evolve, and what once felt youthful might no longer feel flattering. Floral prints that are too loud or busy can detract from our natural elegance, making it harder to shine. However, the beauty of floral prints is that they can still work beautifully for mature women. The key is to choose floral patterns that are subtle and refined, focusing on softer colors and more delicate designs. Instead of large, bright flowers that can be overwhelming, opt for smaller blooms or even abstract floral patterns that feel sophisticated and modern. A soft floral blouse in muted pastels or earth tones can add a touch of femininity without feeling too juvenile or over the top. When working with floral prints, I recommend pairing them with solid colors or simple tailored pieces. For example, Linda and I found a gorgeous blouse with a delicate floral print in soft pinks and creams. The flowers weren't too bold, and the design was balanced with the rest of the outfit. We paired the blouse with a neutral beige skirt, creating a look that felt polished and fresh without feeling like it was trying too hard. Another tip when wearing florals is to consider the fabric. Light, breathable fabrics like cotton, linen, or silk allow floral prints to feel airy and elegant, rather than heavy or overwhelming. If the fabric is too stiff or the print is too large, it can make the overall look feel more dated or uncomfortable. Linen or silk floral dresses, for instance, can give a fresh, relaxed vibe, especially when styled with simple accessories like a straw hat or a neutral tote bag. Linda was delighted with her new floral blouse, saying, "This feels more like me, fresh but not too much." The key takeaway here is that floral prints can still be a beautiful and vibrant choice, but it's important to select designs that enhance, rather than overpower, your natural elegance. Soft, refined florals allow you to express your femininity while staying true to your personal style. How do you feel about floral prints? Do you have a favorite floral pattern that makes you feel confident? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue our journey toward discovering the floral prints that work best for our age and style. As we continue to explore the world of prints, another common print that tends to be both beloved and misunderstood is the gingham pattern. Gingham is a classic print that many women associate with spring and summer, often recalling nostalgic moments from their youth. However, as we age, certain gingham patterns can end up feeling more juvenile or dated than charming. I had a client, Carol, a lively 68-year-old from New York, who came in with a collection of gingham checkered blouses. "I love the fresh, casual feel of gingham," she said, "but lately I feel like it makes me look like I'm stuck in the past." Carol's story is one many women can relate to. Gingham can be a great print, but when the checks are too small or too sharp, it can create a cutesy effect that doesn't always complement a more mature, refined style. The key is not to completely avoid gingham, but to find the right version that works for your body and personal style. Just like with other prints, size, scale, and color choices are essential. One of the problems with gingham is that the pattern can sometimes be too sharp or too small, giving off a youthful, almost schoolgirl vibe. However, this print can still work beautifully for mature women when the checks are larger and softer. Opting for a more refined, oversized gingham pattern can add a sense of sophistication while keeping the fresh and breezy vibe that this print is known for. For example, a shirt with soft, oversized checks in pastel hues or muted colors can look elegant and chic. When styling gingham for a more mature look, it's important to keep the rest of the outfit balanced. Pair a refined gingham shirt or dress with solid colored pieces like navy pants or a neutral tone skirt. This will keep the gingham from overwhelming your look and will ensure it stays classy rather than feeling too playful. A beautiful, oversized gingham blouse paired with tailored trousers can be the perfect look for a lunch out or a day of casual meetings, adding an elegant touch to the timeless print. Another way to update gingham is by introducing it in accessories rather than as a statement piece. A gingham scarf or a small gingham handbag can add a pop of fun to your outfit without making you feel like you're trying too hard to be young. By wearing gingham in moderation, it becomes a print that complements your style rather than overpowering it. I worked with Carol to find a more mature take on her favorite gingham. We chose a blouse with soft blue and white checks in a slightly oversized pattern. The blouse paired beautifully with cream-colored trousers, and Carol was thrilled with the result. "This feels more like me," she said, "fresh and timeless, but still sophisticated." The key here is embracing the gingham print, but with a version that feels appropriate for your age and style. How do you feel about gingham? Have you ever worn it and found it felt too youthful? What's your favorite way to incorporate this print into your wardrobe? I'd love to hear your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going and discover how to make gingham a staple in our wardrobes at any age. Now let's talk about another print that can sometimes be misunderstood: stripes. Stripes are a classic pattern that many women wear, and while they can be flattering, they can also be tricky to style correctly, especially as we age. I had a client, Margaret, a 68-year-old woman from Denver, who came to me with a closet full of her favorite striped tops. "I've always loved nautical stripe," she told me, "but lately I just feel like they don't work anymore." Margaret's situation is not unusual. Stripes, particularly thin, closely spaced ones, can sometimes emphasize areas of the body we don't want to highlight. The issue with thin stripes is that they often create a visual effect that can flatten the body, drawing attention to certain areas. This happens because as we age, our body proportions naturally shift, and the tight, busy lines of thin stripes can exaggerate these changes. For example, stripes in high contrast colors, like black and white or navy and white, can appear more jarring and overwhelming than flattering. The pattern becomes so busy that it distracts from the overall silhouette, leaving us feeling less confident. However, the good news is that you don't need to give up stripes entirely. The key is to choose the right kind of stripes that complement your body shape and give a more flattering effect. Instead of those thin, high-contrast stripes, opt for wider, more spaced-out stripes. These provide a more balanced look and can actually help elongate the body, creating a more streamlined silhouette. For example, I helped Margaret find a beautiful navy and cream-striped boat neck top with stripes that were about an inch wide. The difference was immediate. She felt more sophisticated and less like she was trying to wear something meant for a much younger person. When styling stripes for women over 60, there are a few tricks that can make a huge difference. First, consider the overall width and spacing of the stripes. Wider stripes are generally more flattering and less likely to create a busy or overwhelming look. Pair a striped top with solid-colored pants or skirts to maintain balance. For example, a navy striped top looks great with khaki pants or a white skirt. Adding a neutral blazer or cardigan can also help polish the look, making it perfect for a day out with friends or an afternoon gathering. Another tip is to experiment with angled or diagonal stripes. These stripes can have a slimming effect, elongating the torso and making you appear taller and more elegant. Margaret now swears by her diagonal striped wrap top, which she says always gets compliments. It's flattering, sophisticated, and I don't feel like I'm trying to wear something too young, she told me with a smile. The goal with stripes isn't to hide your body, but to embrace it and enhance your natural beauty. When you choose the right kind of stripes, you'll feel more confident, stylish, and comfortable in your own skin. Whether it's wide stripes, diagonal lines, or a more relaxed fit, the key is to find the stripes that flatter your shape and make you feel your best. Have you ever worn stripes and found that they didn't work as well as you hoped? What kinds of stripes do you feel most comfortable in? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's help each other discover how to make stripes work beautifully for women of every age. Thank you for joining us on Elderly Pathways. Remember, fashion isn't about age. It's about feeling confident and stylish at every stage of life. If you've enjoyed these tips, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more fashion inspiration. Let's continue celebrating the beauty of style no matter your age. Stay fabulous, and we'll see you in the next video.